So let's talk about Alien Resurrection. This is the fourth, basically, book in the Alien series. This one done by A.C. Crispin. This one was an odd movie. Came out like, early 2000s. It was a envisioning of the, well, not re-envisioning, but like a sort of like reintroduction to Ripley and the alien world by basically like reinventing Ripley by recreating her through DNA stored on Fury, whatever the name of the planet was. The movie was weird. It was fun. I liked the fact that there were more aliens. I liked the goofiness that they gave some of the characters, and I really think that, like, you know, the actors that they had in the roles were really good for what they did. Just goofy. It was fun. It wasn't super tense. It wasn't very, I don't know. It was just fun. I think it took like the Aliens style of situation, but just sort of like up to the comedy factor just a little bit, and then threw in some other action. As far as the book goes, it, just like any other book, it's going to expand upon a lot of things, namely for the fact that it goes into a little bit more depth with some of the military people, as well as the doctors and the creation of Ripley. Also, a weird connection that Ripley had with the aliens and the Queen, and how like things that Ripley would feel would be mirrored by how the aliens were feeling, and then vice versa. And you would get that sort of information by like a little bit of I guess you could say narration from each of the characters' perspectives on like opposite chapters. I like the fact that it even goes into detail about introducing the Purvis character, who was the very last one of the cryo-frozen people, to have his chest burster burst from him, you know, ultimately killing the main doctor at the end of the movie. I thought that was kind of interesting. There was one weird thing in here, and again, I don't really have much to say other than the fact that this was a decent read. Probably not as good or like life-changing as, say, like Alien 3 was, compared to how I feel about the movie. I still feel the same. I don't feel like this changed anything to do with the movie specifically. It just sort of like expounded upon a few different things. But the newborn, the human-alien hybrid thing that was creepy as all hell. They say that it has a tail, and I'm just like, I don't remember that thing having a tail, because they mentioned it having a tail, I think specifically in, it's at the part of the end of the movie where Winona Ryder's character is like hiding underneath something out of reach of the newborn, and it's saying that its like tail is thrashing around and everything like that. I can't even imagine that creature with a tail. But either way, it's a good read. I don't think that this is necessary to read. I'd say just watch the movie, to be quite honest with you. But nevertheless, it does sort of give you like a little bit of an insight to the aliens, which is actually kind of interesting. Like, this is the first time that you really sort of get to see how things feel through the aliens' perspective, and I wonder. And it probably is sort of because of the newly introduced human DNA to the alien line. They clearly understand English. They know how to read. They think and have memories of human-type things. There's a very big importance put on remembering somebody's name. Just like at any, like if somebody has a name, like they'll read the nameplate and they'll remember it, and they make a specific point to tell you that they're remembering it. But that's really it. Again, down in the comments, let me know what you think of this book or the movie. Again, I just really want to start up a conversation about stuff like this. And until then, bye bye.